Hi, my friend, it's Pat Sloan here. So I'm really loving this. I had to have it on again today. The pink one hasn't come in yet. The fabric collectors, the fabric curator. Well, curator, collector, same thing, right? The Society of Stashers. That is us. And you can get these. They're so cute. Okay, what do we have? The days of the week, it is a go for a ride day. I love going for a ride. That's one of my all-time favorite things. I think from being as a kid, when we did it as kids, just love it. Love it, love it. And the other is jukebox day. Now, okay, so if you have quilts with cars on it for going for a ride, or you happen to have something with jukebox fabric, you know, sort of maybe rock and roll themed quilts, I think that would be super cool. We'll see what you come up with. I know quilters have made all kinds of things. You have made all kinds of things. So share them in my group, Quilt Along with Pat Sloan at Facebook. All right, today, before we go to the board, you know, set the setting of the Autumn Wonders, our last block for Autumn Wonder, our last segment for Autumn Wonders. I've got a couple other things. One is that I saw that this great pattern that the Fat Quarter Shop has for for letters. Let's see, I'm not getting my words out. Hold on. All right, let me start that over. Years ago, Moda put this booklet out called Spell It with Fabric, which is basically mostly all the alphabet and then a few blocks. Now, Solux just recently did a drawstring bag pattern and video, which is linked in the description box below and at my website today, to do a little drawstring and put the letter or one of the blocks on the front of it. And I am going to make one. I'm going to make one. So I want you to download the pattern if you want to make one along with me. You can't buy this book anymore. So it's all PDF. So you have to print it yourself. But here are the blocks. So if you want to do a letter, you could do a letter on the front of the drawstring bag, or you could do one of the blocks. I think, of course, I will either do that star or this. I'm thinking this star. It looks kind of like a snowflake. So I might do it in red or white and blue or blue and white. We'll see. Maybe both. Maybe I'll have to do two. But I just thought they were such a cute idea. And Solux has a nice video on it, so you can watch their video and see the little details about putting the drawstring bag together. They look like this. Here they are with some of the letters, and you can the letters are big, so you're just doing one letter if you're putting a letter, but they would be super cute for family, your friends, as a gift for somebody. Put their first initial, their last name. So darling. Also want to remind you that Aliso irons, the big iron like I use all the time, is on sale. You can get $25 off of the regular color ones, and you can get $35 off Mimi G's, so that if you love that earth tones, a little bit of animal print, then you can get the Mimi G one, which is a limited edition iron. So, you know, I think once they're gone, they're gone. So they're kind of fun. I think they're a super, super cool look. And the Quilt Alliance for this month is Carol Lyle Shaw. She does modern work and they're vibrant. Her quilts are so amazing. So she designed what you see here, the block, for the Quilt Alliance 30th birthday bash. And that means there's just one more block, and that is from Georgia Bonesteel in December. So now we're going to talk about the Autumn Woods. We'll talk Autumn Woods, Autumn Wonder. Could be woods. Could have been woods, Autumn Wonder. So I have a little series of videos where I was sort of going through how I approached cutting that inner border, and then we'll take a look at the gray that I want to use between it. I'm going to add a gray between that and the apples. And then after that, I'm just going to give you a little sneak peek of what our next block a week will be. But first, let's look at these. So there's what the first inner border will look like. That's the one I've been using for a test, and it's a horizontal for the images. So I'll do another one of those for the bottom, and then I'll cut verticals for the sides. And after that, we'll look at which gray will work to go with the apples. You can see that this is not, like, I can't just cut across here because they are not, it's not straight to the design. So I could do one of two things. I can measure it and find out, like, do I want to have bunnies on that one? Which I might put the bunnies. So that means this part up here, the bottom of the bunnies over here, you can see the bottom of the bunnies are not, I don't have 2.5. It's like, you know, just barely 2, which means if I want the bunny row, I'm just going to cut another strip along here, and then I can get exactly what I want for the 2.5. So take it down a little bit for the seam allowance so I don't cut off the bunny feet. You know, I don't want to cut it right along their feet because then it's the seam allowance. So you have to go past that. So, and I will open this up because I can't trust that it's even on the back. So I will have to, you know, pull all this and open it like that, so that I'm actually cutting just one layer exactly the position that I want. So get that ruler, and what I'll do is just the bottom cut. You know, then there'll be extra over here for the scraps. So I will just be looking at getting, I can go just a little bit more than 1/4 inch because I don't want the bunny feet to be cut off. So it's like 1/4 inch plus another 1/8 of an inch. And I'll just do one cut and then, oops, okay, there we go. And then I will come down and go ahead and finish this guy, and then measure my 2.5 inches from this cut size, so that I know it's exactly what I want. So I'm basically just looking along here to be sure that I'm that 1/4 of an inch plus another tick mark, which is 1/8 of an inch. And after that, all I have to do is flip it around and do the 2.5. And so that I can do folded, because I'm going from the side that is accurate now, from this side under the bunny feet. So that's the accurate side. And so all I have to do is my 2.5 inch strip like this, and it will be fine. It'll be what I want. Here we go. And we've got bunnies. We've got bunnies. Bunnies. They're so cute. Okay, so that's the bottom inner border. Here's the part where you can see, you know, it's lined up on the bottom edge, but then this top edge to where it wasn't lined up. So I will just cut this into 2.5 inch squares for my scrap bin. That's what I'm gonna do with that, because it's so cute. It's so cute. In my scrap bin, you can actually just see it sitting right there. Here's some stacks for the sea glass guys. But, you know, the black and whites can be used for everything. To do the vertical inner borders out of this, I need to go on the selvage side. So here's the selvage. It's folded in half. And I'm not as picky here. I could be going for this pitchfork, or an image away from the pitchfork. You know, like, and if I do the pitchfork, you know, I probably need to kind of do it down the middle. And then it's going to cut off parts of the bunnies, which, you know, that's just the way it is. It's only a 2.5 inch strip, and, you know, I could center the bunnies on one of them and get down like this. And then I'll have to do 2 of these, which means I'll have to line up, you know, just kind of fold an edge like this and line it up to another section identical, where I can get the image going, because this isn't long enough. You know, it's length, I don't have enough of this to do, here's the end, not enough to do the whole length. So I'll have to fuss cut it a bit. So I'm not sure whether I care to try to make the bunnies. These yeah, I probably will. Oh, I got a ruler under there. There we go. Yeah, I think I will. I think I'll just try to get as much of the bunny part, and then that pitchfork. And it's got the carrots, and it's pretty down that image. Okay, so I'll do that one first. Okay. It's a bit of a process to do this. So I decided to center that 2.5, position the 2.5 rather, on either end of the bunny butt. So like right here is the bunny butt. and then I just position it the same thing here, and then when I slide the ruler to the next one. The pitchfork then is slightly off. That's just the way the design is, but I'm going to go with that. So this guy, and you have to sort of keep looking at it, because this is fabric and it moves. We're not cutting like a piece of wood or a piece of glass which has no movement. The fibers have movement, and every time you shift and whatnot, it is going to have some movement. So I'm just going up to each bunny and then up to the next bunny. So there we go. Okay, so now this I'm saving off to the side because it also has the selvage on it, and I don't know whether I'll use that for the other side or not. It's not really that exciting where this is cut. It's kind of So from here, like before, I have my edge that I know, so I could just fold it and do the 2.5 inch cut, because that's already what I want on this one side. And so I'm just gonna take the other side where it is, and then after that I need to cut another one. And I could do both the same way so that both sides are the same, which maybe I'll do. And so it does sacrifice. If you're gonna fussy cut, you need extra fabric. There's just no two ways about it. You are going to need extra fabric in order to get the images that you want. So here we are. Here we are. Pretty bunnies. So you can see. So I've got them just on either side, and then the pitchfork and the geese and the cute little mushrooms and the watering cans. And so I think I might do the other one the same way. So both sides will be kind of the same. That'll be cool. Okay, I'm gonna do it. When you're doing this kind of fussy cutting, the one thing you want to look at is the repeat. And you might immediately think, oh, the repeat is here and then here. But this is a drop repeat, which means this image set is then half dropped right here. And this is identical. This is identical to this. And because I'm doing the 2.5 inch strip, I actually have, it's much more usable. I'm going to have a lot less waste, and I only need to do 2 more strips. So I would do a strip here, and then I'll shift and I'll do a strip here, and that's it. This is what I'll need for the other 2, which is enough for the both sides, because one strip is a little more than half. So I can get 3 of these and I should be fine. I might need to maybe do another little piece, but yeah, so because this is a half drop and they are identical, it really is not as wasteful as you might think in the beginning. So here you can see the 3 verticals that I'll just, sew them together where it matches. So basically taking this pitchfork here, and I just fold it under and then position it on top of wherever it is, that works, like that, and then sew across. So there'll be a little bit of waste on the ends where I'm doing that, so I may have to add another little piece, and then the horizontal, and then that is the other horizontal, which will go down there. So let me show you what I ended up with afterwards. So here is where it was cutting the verticals. So I took that much to do the 2.5 inch strips, which, that's the way it is. And so I had this originally trimmed off, and then I had some of it I cut into 2.5 inch squares, and then I had these skinnier strips, 1, 2, 3. From the last ones. So if I need to have another, I don't have anything on here. I don't have the right image place, like these were not with that bunnies. So I may still have to come and grab a couple of inches, to finish. We'll see after I sew them together where I match them up. But all in all, it's a lot less waste than I was expecting because of the way that the drop is. Here, 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 here. So I was able to get 2 strips because of it being just 2.5 inches wide. There's what it looks like if I don't put another, inner border. But I think I'm going to, because I really would like a little bit of definition, although it doesn't look bad. It's not bad. But let's see, I have 2 here. I have got this gray, which is a grunge, which is a line of fabric called Grunge by Basic Gray, the company. And then I have one of my fabrics, and then gray. And so they have different kind of colors. And you see there's a lot of gray in the apples. And so I'm just going to lay this. Whoops. Be good if you could see it, right? Hold on. There is the grunge gray, which is really similar to this gray, just a shade, couple shades down, but it has all of this sort of texture, you know, that it's like sponge wear, or, you know, that kind of a thing on it. So let me put my fabric up there. So you can see from a distance, there's mine. It is much darker, which I think I'm going to go with the grunge. I think I'm going to go with the lighter one rather than the darker one. And then that will also be the binding. But it's good to try it out. So I will be sewing these on the inner border and then the border, which I'll approach the border, the apples, the same way that I did that inner border, but I think I'll be a little bit more meticulous with matching the apples because they're a little bit bigger scale print. So I will do that with the apples. You know, just sort of, I'll match them first and then I'll kind of trim on either side just to be sure I get them totally lined up like I want them. I'll probably glue it down, you know, that kind of a thing, a little bit more detailed. Okay, now let's take a look at some of your blocks for Autumn Wonders that are put together. Some don't have a border yet and some do. Let's take a look. They are fantastic. We'll start out with Betty's Sweet Autumn Woods that has coffee cups. See the setting flying geese units? Those pennants have coffee cups in them. So cute. Here is Carol's, and she put in a lot of these sweet kitty panels instead of blocks. See, this is an awesome way to use some panels you have or some other things. Just so fun. So fun to see these variations. Cheryl's is a very autumn vibe, and I love the green and the gold with the rust in hers. Cindy's is really gorgeous. Look at the blue in the horizontal settings. I love that. I love it. And then there's some vibrant sort of ombre fabric in there. Super cool. And we have another Cindy. And this is the same fabric that I'm using, but it looks entirely different. Entirely different. She placed the fabrics in different positions, and she used a lot of the really pale colors. It is gorgeous. Eve's is also very fall looking. She's got pumpkins in a lot of the blocks, and I love it. And fall leaves, super cute. Here is Heather's. Look at this border on there. Holy cow, that's a gorgeous border. And then she did the horizontal with it looks like a companion border print. Super, super nice. John's is also the fall vibe, and for the horizontals, he chose to put in some leaf blocks and little pumpkins. They are so cute, and he has lots of pumpkin fabrics as well. Jude's is leaf fabrics, so many awesome leaf fabrics, and gourds. There's some cool gourds and pumpkins in there. Love it. Love, and her horizontal is all different colors. That is cool. So if you're wondering what it would look like with a bunch of different colors, there you go. That's what it looks like. Karen's has got a fabulous stripe. She used this stripe in a bunch of different places in the block, and it is Christmas fabric, so there are some poinsettias and things like that. Kathy's, oh, look at this. I love it. When Kathy showed me her fabric bundle, I knew it was going to be gorgeous. Got butterflies and roses. It's just so pretty. Our ambassador Kendall has finished his, and it is super cool. You're going to want to go out and see his video on it. Kristen has some plaid pumpkins in that turkey fabric like I got that's on the orange plaid. It just is so awesome. Such a cool fabric line. Definitely fall. Maria's is beautiful. She has a lot of this rust color and blues. That rust and blue. That is just a great combination. Love it. Mary Alice, it's just gorgeous, gorgeous. She's got it out on her bed to try it out, see what it looks like. Fantastic. Our ambassador Melissa, she is doing the Americana fabric, and it just looks amazing. So neat. And she also has some great stripes in there. Patricia's is all in batiks. It's got that purple in there. Just beautiful. Love that purple. Roxy's is coming in with some more pumpkins and that fall vibe. It is. And look at the top. You can see she's got other blocks from other projects hanging up there. Looks like a great design wall. Oh, look at the branch fabric in the border of Sandy's. That is super cool. Very effective. I just adore that. Very neat fabric. Sandy's is blue and yellow. So pretty. I love this. Just soft and gorgeous. Very classic blue and yellow. Stephanie's is some more fall fabrics, and then her unique border, you know, like unique fun border fabric. And then we get a peek at the rest of her house. Thank you for showing that. I love it. Look at all those goodies hanging out in there. Susan's is beautiful chocolate brown paisley. That's a gorgeous, gorgeous fabric for her border. And that is it. That is our last one for this show and tell. And like I mentioned, I will do probably one more of those maybe next week or the week after. So next week you'll see mine all done next Wednesday. So fun. Okay, what will we be doing on every Wednesday in January? Yes. And 2024. So we will continue with our Block Wednesdays, of course, which is a block a week. We are going to have a little bit of break. The next theme, I don't have the supply list ready for you yet. It will come out in December, and we will start about the third or fourth week in January with Block Wednesday. And it is going to be called What's in Your Closet? And I will be using my drawing room fabric. There are fat quarter bundles that will be coming back in at the fat quarter shop. They will be getting them and cutting them. It takes a little bit of time. In about 2 weeks, that should be available. And then I think I'm having it for the fourth week in January, we will start the Block Wednesday. And then the first through third weeks in January, and probably the end of December, the last Wednesday in December, we will probably kick off the canning jars, the last Wednesday of December, and then run that through the Wednesdays in January and February, along with the Block Wednesday, What's in Your Closet? Okay, so those are fun things coming up. A few things to wrap up. First, I am a massive dork, massive, because, you know, my brain just does not go where this package thought my brain would go. So Mishi is not Japanese. It is like short for Michigan. I didn't know. And then these things look like fish to me. They didn't look like parts of Michigan. So anyway, I think your state might have that problem often. You might just need to spell stuff out for the rest of us who don't live there. So anyways, I have to tell you that. But just so you realize, in Japan, gummy bears are a huge thing, and they actually rate them by firmness, because gummies can be quite soft or they can be quite firm, and apparently people like to have certain, you know, firmness in their gummy bears, so because then they last longer. Anyways, it's a thing. So that's where my brain went right away. And the font on here made me think it looked Japanese. Anyways, there you go. So I have some other fun things that came in the mail. This is from Lillian in Ohio. And so she sent me, look how pretty that is, that pattern. Oh, it's so warm and cozy for fall. And then she sent me a little tiny doily, a thread doily. The spindle goes through the middle on the featherweight. So this is for the Duchess. Ah, so pretty. Thank you. This gorgeous card is from Karen in Nebraska. Aw, so pretty. I have all the cards out on my on my coffee table in my living room. And she sent me some gummy worms and candy for fabric. So it's from my collection of oddball fabrics. Love them so much. Now our friend that won the koala chair, that was Roberta in South Dakota. So she sent a card and a little note saying how much she appreciated the chair, and that she actually needed a chair very badly. And she never ever really enters things. So she was shocked. She wasn't sure that it was really meant for her. So it's so sweet. Yes, it's meant for you. This is from Diana in Delaware. Look at the cute card. You've all written such beautiful notes. And I have to show you this. She saw this mushroom mug and she thought of me. Look how sweet that is. And it's really cool. This is glazed. This part is glazed, but this is not glazed. The bottom is not glazed. So it gives us a really nice texture. It's a great shape. And she sent along some red, everything red. Polka dots. And look at this one. The bees and the red flowers. Red, white, and blue. Well, it's kind of cream, but yeah. So cute. Thank you. It's so nice when you all think of me and you tell me that that's why something, you know, spoke to you. And I have one from Sheila in Arkansas. She sent this beautiful card and some stuff for my planner. Sheila, you are awesome. So she told me that for planners, you need all the colors. So she sent me some colored pens, like just like fabric, you need all the colors. And a book of stickers by month that it changes colors. Like, you know, each month has a little bit different things, a little bit different colors. That's very cool. And look at this. I've never seen these stencils. So I can, you know, use them to put something in the book. That is very cool. I'm going to play around with that. That's so fun. Plus, one last thing to show you. The pink version of the sweatshirt came in. Look at this pink. This is the perfect pink. Absolutely perfect. And I'm a huge pink fan of pink. You know, so there we go. I can't wait. I can't wait to wear that. All right, my friend, I love you and happy Thanksgiving to all of our American friends. We celebrate Thanksgiving on Thursday, which is tomorrow. Yay! It is a wonderful day of being grateful and thankful and hanging out with family and friends or just doing nothing, you know, like that could be awesome too. So have a wonderful Thanksgiving, and I will be thinking of you on Sunday, which is my birthday, and then talking to you again on Monday. So again, I love you. Mwah. Thank you for being here in the Sloan Zone. I will see you online.